So, if we have space telescopes and we're looking out into space, space telescopes can look further than the speed of light that our eyes receive if we were looking out into the night sky tonight. Because when we focus on a distant galaxy, the light reaching the space telescope is traveling thousands of years. We all understand that, and it creates an odd relationship to real time, almost a reverse of this relativity experiment moving away from the clock, because we're able to see the transformations of nebulae, the bursts of stars, the formation of protoplanetary accretion disks, the unfolding universe, such as the deep field imaging, and all of these things, such as protoplanetary accretion disks, mean the forming of other solar systems, take millions of years, and we've been able to observe them through this accelerated photo exposure, looking back in time, to see 12 billion years of an expanding universe on a single optical frame. So, the motions of the heavens historically have been most obvious to man, past and present, as the sign of passing time. Our ambitions and intellectual inheritance, like that historically indebted idea structures, have perpetuated the shaping and measurement of time and the divisions and subdivisions that we now use as an external standard for time. And then I have to ask, how are we addicted to doing? Because we have these subdivisions that we all socially agree on, so then we all feel that we have to do as much as possible in that time. For example, brought to life by what I was just doing, going a mile a minute. And here's where I'll get crazy in the last 3 minutes. What could be implied by cyclical evolution and 2012? Because 2012 is the precession of equinoxes. And I will skip through this because this is all stuff you probably know about Newgrange and Stonehenge and how the relationship of observing the sun has shaped our particular understanding of forming an inner world. So, moving on, the precession, and since we are moving quickly, see that yellow, up in the right corner? In addition to being on a 23-degree angle, the Earth's axis is tracing a very slow circle in the sky. It takes 26,000 years. This is beyond our comprehension of history. And like the prime meridian, I don't really know what a start or a beginning is, but there is a definite key point in this precession where the black hole in the middle of the dark rift lines up with the sun. Not really implying anything by that, except it's a celestial phenomena that could be marked as a beginning or an end, or we could call it a birth versus death. We could even think that it could facilitate some sort of leap in an otherwise continuous motion that we experience here on Earth. And what could that mean? Magnetics, the light cone of relativity that I breezed over. We'll breeze over this. This was Julian Barbour. It's going to be a little video, but clearly I was trying too hard. So this is just an image of point A, where the sun would rise relative to that Milky Way dark black hole 5,000 years ago, and then B is 2,000 years ago, and then C is this winter solstice of 2012. So skipping over that and thinking about general relativity, when you have the ultimate source of light in line with the ultimate source of darkness, what do you have electrically? None of us know, because as soon as we think we know, we're kind of distorting what could possibly be. So I wanted to bring up in the conclusion at this point how throughout cultural histories there's been this serpent myth, and especially related to what some of you guys might, have heard related to 2012 postulations. The Quetzalcoatl plumed serpent also applies to this. So I'm going to finish showing a quick clip from mathematical metaphysicists Wallace, Thornhill, and David Talbott, and which refers to their concept of the electric universe, which is a mathematically modeled time, and has been proven empirically in the unexpected behavior of comets, but is otherwise seeks to be a way out of this self-referring relationship that quantum physicists encounter as the observer in their own experiments. So, to finish, and then I'll take questions.
The dragon's disheveled hair and shaggy beard.
I would like to say, if anyone
And its worldwide appearance is inclined
publish the presentation online, we can do this. So it will be available in full format. about 8 years old, but
and it's a few
definitely not
6
suitable in 15 minutes.
In all of the ancient serpent or dragon
There is no
images,
question.
the luminous, filled in
We can talk later. As she comes up, just check this out though. The electrical behavior of charged plasma, we think of deep space as nothing. Charged plasma behaves in a different way, and it looks a lot like what ancient cultures might have closed down into an architecture.